I kind of feel stuck as an aspiring DP. This year, I've taken some big swings in my career to try to make that transition happen from spark to cinematographer, but these past few weeks, I feel a little bit lost with what the next step might be. I thought this transition would happen more easily by just shooting multiple spec projects, but that's just not the case. There's so much more work that goes into it besides just creating good work. Earlier this year, I put out a video saying I was gonna go full force into this channel and making this transition happen, but lately I've come to realize the hard work it takes to actually make this happen. I thought by taking these big swings and shooting a few spec projects, I'd all of a sudden land in the position I want to be in. The balance between working on set as a spark, trying to make my own projects happen, upload videos to YouTube and TikTok is a rewarding but tiring process. We live in a generation where there's instant feedback to something you put out and can start to perceive something as not good just because it doesn't get the likes or love you think it deserves. On this journey so far, I've come to realize that's such a toxic way of thinking because you're putting the audience first before yourself. A big part of this channel is to simply document my progression and journey as a DP, but lately I've gotten into the headspace of what can I do for the most amount of clicks and views. Since I want this channel to grow, of course, I realize I need to put myself, the creator, first before the audience. Lately, I've been reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, and something that really resonated with me was part of the process of letting go is releasing any thoughts of how you or your piece will be received. When making art, the audience comes last. Let's not consider how a piece will be received or our release strategy until the work is finished and we love it. Some of my favorite videos that I've uploaded to this channel are the ones that are the most personal to me, and those are the ones that resonate the most with people. And when I was making those, I didn't have you, the viewer, in mind. I was simply sharing my experiences and getting what was out of my head into the universe. This is an approach I need to take a lot more when creating work, because so often I'll think of a video idea and will just turn it down in my head because I won't think it will get the views or likes I think it deserves. Notice yourself feeling the weight of self-criticism or the pressure to live up to expectations, and remember that commercial success is completely out of your control. All that matters is you're making something you love to the best of your ability here and now. I realized my focus was too much spent on just taking off rather than just shooting good projects and making work that I'm proud of. I think we can so easily just make something for the sake of it being well perceived by people rather than doing something for ourselves, which is the mindset shift I'm trying to work toward. I'm not saying I haven't created something I'm not proud of, but I definitely had the audience in mind first when creating some recent work. After reading those lines from The Creative Act, I definitely had a bit of a mindset shift, and I wanted to put them into practice and create something that is more personal to me. I was recently asked by a work friend, what work am I most proud of? And I hesitated, and it took me a bit of time to respond because the work that I'm most proud of is usually all process-based. I think the process of creating work is more rewarding than the final outcome. So what is the plan moving forward and getting myself unstuck? Well, I want to make videos and projects that are more for myself and less with the viewer in mind, and trying to disassociate as much as possible from the final outcome or how well it's going to be perceived. We really don't have much control over how well something does when we put it out or when our careers are going to take off, so why not just remove that pressure from ourselves and just focus on creating good work and making stuff that we're proud of. I felt I had to make this type of video just to get my thoughts out there and have this on the record, but I'd love to get the conversation going in the comments. Is the work that you create for yourself, or is it for other people to enjoy?